It's week 9 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the Packers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams... themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots, and this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming, playoff pictures are unfolding. It is a blast.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
We have the luxury each week, Mike, of sitting down with these players and really getting a behind-the-scenes look at what makes them so good and what makes them tick. And, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring the fan kind of behind the curtain and let them see for themselves what we see firsthand? And, man, it would only take a couple minutes for you to realize just what kind of leader this guy is. You would never know he threw 3 touchdowns last week. All he wanted to talk about was the costly interception and the couple plays he left out there. That's why they rally around him. The better he plays, the better the team plays. They need more consistent performances from him to get the rest of this team to do their part.
And just a short pickup there to about the 44. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
Here comes the pack, and here comes Jordan Love. 5th season as quarterback, but Greg just his 2nd as a starter, waited his turn, and had a really good first year as a starter.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here's Love to throw. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback.
He is in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set for this next possession. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And this is not what they were hoping for. He is out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. So on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt.
Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. The Packers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Toward the middle, that one caught by Watson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's got a man. It's Dobbs.
That penalty is declined. Okay, ready?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Dobbs headed in motion.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Ready, ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Ready, set.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Set.
From the gun, it's Love. This pressure is relentless. They get him again.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On 2nd down, Goff. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Goff. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left. And for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
The Lions will punt this ball away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Here's Love. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Ready, break.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Here we go. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. Think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A second down throw for Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down, Lions.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And he'll manage to get to the 33. Javon Bullard there on the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Packers offense ready to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Love. A short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And Wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
Back to throw is Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his... Mike is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal.
Down. Hut, hut.
Now Love. That is pulled in by Musgrave. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Hut. Go.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion.
Ready.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready.
So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the 1st. It's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal.
Set, hut. Set.
To throw is Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Packers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Javon Bullard there on the tackle. 2nd and 7. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. 3rd down and 9. Goff to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play, and a 1st down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try to set up the screen here. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Automatic first down.
Our run here with Gibbs. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Adrian Cooper, the rookie, is there on the tackle. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? To throw is Goff. That is hauled in at the 5. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and here's Montgomery. Good blocking, and he's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Badgley's extra point is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Injured player on the field, and he's battled through injuries throughout his career. Christian Watson, the injured party. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Black swap. Yellow, line.
On play action, Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. He's across midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big gainer for Green Bay. 37 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions'
Once again, it's Jacobs. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. To throw is Love. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Throwing is Love. He'll try to run for it. And he's into the end zone. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And that one incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Throwing here is Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That one down, but it is incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. It's second down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice pickup there by Jacobs, and I really like this signing this offseason, Mike. I mean, with the departure of Aaron Jones going to Minnesota, they know how important that backfield is alongside Jordan Love. Can he help this Packers offense take that next step forward? And certainly done his part so far.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Third and a yard.
Set, hut. Opposite, green.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to mark him short, and it is going to be fourth down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready. they stuff him on 4th down.
It's a turnover.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now, Goff. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Goff to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Here's the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Now, fair catch is taken back inside the 40. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue check.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And he will score. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Packers up their lead. It's now 24-7. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The next drive about to get going as we check out what's coming up a little later here in Week 9. Tonight, Sunday Night Football. It'll be the Jaguars and Eagles coming up at 8:20 Eastern Time in Philadelphia. And then tomorrow night, Election Night Eve, Monday Night Football has the Bucs and Chiefs. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55 at 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 in KC. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll go play action with Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
To return, it's Nixon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break.
Ready. Switch red. Switch yellow.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Black one. Yellow. Line. Check white. Right.
Once again, they keep it on the ground. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
It's 4th down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The visitors' offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Working 3 downfield, it is Williams. Halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football.
We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale.
And it's the Bears who have the lead. Caleb Williams has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Will Levis leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another as his guys had the lead at halftime. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Love. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Let's go now. Check pitch.
On second down, Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
15 yards and leads to third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Opposite.
Now Love. And on third. Incomplete.
And on a game where it seems like this quarterback hasn't really done much wrong, that's really his most critical missed throw so far. He's had himself a really good game up until this point, but I think that's one when he goes back and watches the tape, he knows he should have had it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with first and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Adrian Cooper, the rookie, is there on the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Goff to St. Brown for a big one. 39 yards.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. Second down and 8. Now Gibbs. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
This one is caught by Reed. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard.
Here we go, set.
Love. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Ready, ready. Set.
Love to throw it on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Set, hut. Ready.
They'll go play action with Love. Right side, catch made by Doubs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball Opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
Now, faking the give. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Love. That is caught by the tight end. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. They get 20 on the connection. 1st down, Detroit.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Gibbs with a first down and more. 14 yards on the pickup there.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Great job with the pressure up the middle on 3rd and 1, Mike. When that back has to make someone miss in the backfield, that's all they need to throw off the timing. He's fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage. This defense holds him to no gain, brings up 4th down.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Lions first down. They only needed 1, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chains.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. To throw is Goff. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Badgley's extra point is good. And the Lions are able to edge a bit closer.
17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Third and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
To throw is Love. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Raymond going to return it. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. Finding room at the 35. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. They'll stick to the ground. He's going nowhere. Gonna lose yardage on that play.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. Right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Down. Smith, red. Ready?
Here's Love. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Finding room to the 20. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Goff to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
He'll run. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Field goal would only do so much. They need a touchdown to close the gap. It is 4th down and goal. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And he will score. Game on. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Badgley for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will cut the deficit to 7.
Packers 31, Lions 24.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
They'll start this drive with a run, and it's Dillon. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he'll get this just past the 45 as he's taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lloyd. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing, Goff. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Lions first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
They'll run here. Good defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So far, he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, Goff. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be taken down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Here's Gibbs. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. One more time, they tried Gibbs. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
These are some of the most difficult situations for a coach to handle because it's a combination of you have to be aggressive to go score. You're trying to win the game, of course, but there's also an element of time and clock management. So it's going to be very interesting to see the play selection over these next couple downs.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. The open man is Reed. He's got it.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
To throw is Love. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Dobbs headed in motion. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
On the set.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Set. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Down. Yellow. Line. Check white. Check pink.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. It's a gain of 19 in the air. 1st down, Packers.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll come up for 2nd and 9.
Ready. Go. Ready.
On the zone read, it's Lloyd. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here's Dillon. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Lions offense. And their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Goff. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. Here's a big one now from Michael Badgley. This to force overtime. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Here's a big one now from Michael Badgley. This one he's got to have. This one is good. Would you expect anything less from this game? We are going to get some more. Headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Love's going to hand this to Dillon. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down. Throwing is Love. and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On comes the Packers punting team. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. That's taken in at the 50. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Goff. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
And his great game continues. And all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Here's a big one now from Michael Badgley. This one to win it in overtime. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. Here's a big one now from Michael Badgley. This one he's got to have. And he has missed this one. No good. And we will keep going here in overtime.
Such a deflating feeling now on that sideline. Here, you have a shot where you make it, you win. Now your defense has to go back on the field again, and I can guarantee you this is going to be a slow walk back onto that field.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Ready. Set.
Here's Lowe to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime.
Green down. Smith red. Swift yellow.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angled throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
On third down, the defense decides to dial up a blitz. Give credit to the offensive line and the running backs. They were ready for it. They picked it up. That's what allowed the quarterback to escape the pocket, see open space, and convert and pick up the first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Set, go.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back and is very close to a first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So it's a win for the Packers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.